It gives me great pleasure and honor to introduce our own Prime Minister, the Right Honorable Hubert Alexander Papa Ingraham. Thank you and God bless you.
You're simply the best.
Make some noise! This is your man, Cooperstown.
Simply the best.
Here's Transform Ilustra. Here's Transform Andra. Here's Transform Inagua. Here's Transform Meguana. Here's Transform Grand Bahama. Here's Transform Abaco. They got street lights in Cooperstown.
You're simply the best. Are you serious? Better than all the rest.
Oh.
Better than anyone. Anyone ever met. Step out your heart.
Central and South Abaco. FNMs. Let me begin by saying this. You know, sometimes your own supporters get very enthusiastic and say things or play songs at rallies that are really over the top. They got enthusiastic in St. Anne's the other night where we had a huge rally, and the music man started playing the strains of a hymn, Nobody Greater. He meant well, I'm sure, but that was not the right thing to do. I've told all of those responsible for playing music at our rallies that we cannot have that happen again. There's only one God, and we certainly don't want to suspect, even for a millisecond, that we don't understand that. So let's be clear on that point. On behalf of the FNM, I apologize. I tell you a story. When I first joined the FNM, and there were thousands of people at Aaron Bailey Park, Kendall Isaacs whispered in my ear. As the crowd roared, he said, "Remember, thou art only a man." Of course, I knew that before then. I knew it now, and I certainly have known it all my life. Only a man and your servant, the servant of the people of the Bahamas. Abaco? We are, I believe, the better political party for the Bahamas.
Color red. It's on the move.
I believe our record shows that. But we must remember, all of us who are in political life, what Abraham Lincoln once said. He said, "My concern is not whether God is on our side. My greatest concern is to be on God's side, for God is always right." FNMs? Color red didn't just come to Abaco, you know. Abaco and its keys from Sandy Point and Cherokee Sound to Crown Haven, from Grand Key to Hope Town, is all red.
Color red. It's on the move. Color red. It's on the move.
And it's a joy for me to be home in Abaco, among so many of my family, my friends, and my supporters. On Easter Monday, we're going to have a series of family fun days across the Bahamas. We're calling it Red Splash. I want to give you early notice that we're going to have 2 Red Splash gathering here in Abaco on Easter Monday. So I hope you're all going to be ready to come out and show your color red. We're going to be gathering down at Treasure Key, Abaco, at the new Seaside Park in Treasure Key. That was partially constructed by my using my constituency allowance. That's the money the FNM made available to each MP to develop small projects in their constituency. Last report, Perry Christie hadn't found anything worth doing in his constituency. Shameful, I tell you.
Color red is on the move.
Most MPs use the funds allocated to them to do improvements in their constituencies. The same Perry Christie who likes to talk about people didn't care enough about the people in Farm Road in Centerville to spend most of that money on them. He didn't have to raise the money. He only had to identify the projects and get it done. He couldn't even do that. Now, the second color red, or red splash, will be here in Marsh Harbour, at a place to be determined by yourselves. I'm going to be here in Abaco for 2 hours between 1 and 3 o'clock on that day, before I go to Nassau for the red splash of splashes. So I'll come by and hail you. You know, it ain't a case that they are usually late again, you know. The truth is that most of the time they just do nothing except complain about what we do. See, yesterday they told you they went to the straw market in Nassau as a publicity stunt. And right here in Marsh Harbour, Edison Key and BAIC are building a craft market for your Abaco-made shells, straw and other souvenirs. Well, the visit to the straw market by the PLP yesterday backfired on them. First of all, they caused a major disruption in the market. Then they got stoked because plenty of the vendors, including some PLP vendors, were singing the praises of your FNM government and your Papa.
Color red is on the move.
Papa's got a brand new bag.
Oh, what a glorious day in the market. They even get cussed out by PLPs for abandoning...
Are you serious?
Dead serious. They even got cussed out by PLPs for abandoning their own people. Where were they when those vendors were under the tent? Rain come and wet them. Nowhere to be found. They were in office then. Now they're out. Stay out. The same PLP who couldn't build one in 5 years and left a hole in the ground of the market site, when did they take advantage of those poor vendors? And some of the vendors passed hell on them, including Lil Brave Davis and Fred Mitchell. Rather than trying to stir problems, they better run back to their constituencies, which are all fast turning red. Anyway, they have no shame, but they get shamed at the market yesterday. They get shamed not because we build the market, we also have Hubert Chipman there to fix any and all problems and to get the market running nice and smooth. They are experts at exploiting the needs of people, you know, but they are an abysmal failure in addressing the needs of people like straw vendors and hair braiders. The only thing they put first is their greedy selves. In our next term, we're going to build a new craft market downtown Nassau for Bahamian-made products like the shell, craft, and other goods and souvenirs being made throughout the Family Islands. Abaco? FNMs? When I hear them get up and talk about plans they got, I always have to laugh. And you know, I'm having a good time in this campaign. You look at Perry Christie, face screwed right up, vexed like hell. Vexed over what other people think. It belongs to you, not to him.
Color red is on the move.
I'm having fun, because I work for you. And when you don't want me, I will go and carry my Georgie bundle. You ain't gonna never see me sour and angry and vexed, because it belonged to you. If he had done a good job, he'd have been there, I'd have been retired, fished in Abaco. But when I hear them talk about their plans, I have to laugh. They have many plans, and many plans to plan. What they don't plan to do is to act. In fact, most of their so-called plans are simply brochures with words written on it. They don't actually have plans. Your FNM has vision, it has real plans, and we deliver on our plans. Abaco is today a model small island sustainable development place. It has been a work in progress for many years. It is now reaching critical mass. What your FNM government is doing in Abaco, the third largest island in the Bahamas, is part of our long-term strategic plan for developing all of our major islands in our chain. We are ensuring that every major island group, including the various keys, has the critical infrastructure to become platforms for sustained development. To help implement this, we introduced local government. We wanted to make sure that you had more say in running your own affairs and increasing your participation in decision-making on various matters here in Abaco and elsewhere in our family islands. In our next term in office, we will extend further power to local government. Our vision and model for sustainable development includes public investment in power generation, water, roads, docks, ports, hospitals, clinics, schools, and other investments. All of these are necessary to sustain population growth and attract new residents, including Bahamian and non-Bahamian second homeowners. Abaco is already home to impressive developments, but the best for Abaco is yet to come. Abaco is going to take off even more, I tell you that. We get ready to open your new administrative office. Finally, Abaco will be able to access all government services at one centralized location, including the public treasury. We can put the Registrar General's office here so you can register your deeds, you can get your birth certificate, your marriage certificate.
For true?
For true. Passport office, whatever the government office in Nassau, you can have in Abaco.
Oh.
Serious?
You come to Nassau because you want to come, not because you got to come.
You're simply the best.
And that building has become the heart of the new Central Abaco Township, which includes the Central Pines Housing Subdivision, a new library, and a new community hospital and health center. You heard Dr. Mendes earlier. We will sign before the end of this month, March this year, 2012, the new contract for the new hospital in Abaco.
Are you serious?
We will sign the contract for a similar hospital for Exoma at the same time. Exoma is also another important employment center development in our family islands, largely as a result of FNM policies. The idea is to invest in these critical infrastructure that will facilitate increased investment, both domestic and international, in our family islands. The new terminal at Leonard Thompson International Airport is progressing well. It's on budget and it's on time. It is critical to Abaco's future. This airport is the second busiest in our country after LPIA. Airside improvements are already completed and some landscaping will be done soon. When visitors come back to Abaco, after being away, they're going to say, it keeps getting better and better in Abaco. Under the FNM, what is true of Abaco will become true of every island in the Bahamas. The terminal building has been constructed by Fletcher McIntosh and James Edgecombe, Cooperstown men, who have been very successful in the construction business in Grand Bahama. We will soon be continuing the installation of, we will soon be completing the installation of sidewalk along Forest Drive, and then we'll do the same thing along this airport road. And we will soon be putting in Marsh Harbour, Dundas and Murphytown, in recognition of your development, asphalt roads.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. We will soon be blacktopping your road, just like I did in Cooperstown and in Fire Road.
That's my papa.
And I want to assure Street and Strat that they're going to get their water soon. We're working for you, and you know we deliver. We do the heavy lifting that makes Abaco more attractive to investment and makes getting investment in our country easier. They do the loud talking. We do the heavy lifting. You know, we appointed the first magistrate in the Family Island here in Abaco in the 90s because we understand the critical role of this island to our national development. Abaco, if you want this island to keep moving forward, you have to vote FNM.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
All them other people interested in is to do that gold rush, to raid everything in that cookie jar of yours. I keep telling you, if you put them in charge of a chicken coop, you ain't got to worry about whether the chicken or the egg come first. Because with them, the chicken, the eggs, the wire around the coop, and the coop itself, all gone.
Simply the best.
And some of them waiting and longing to get back in to take what belongs to you. Let me tell you how bad they are. I'll tell you what they did in their last single disastrous term in office. They put Bahamians last by selling off almost 10,000 acres of Bahamian land to foreigners in Marijuana. Now, most of you all have been to Nassau. Listen to this carefully. The amount of prime beachfront Bahamian-owned land in Marijuana that Perry Christie agreed to sell off forever and ever to foreigners, stretched from the easternmost point of Nassau, of New Providence, all the way down to Lyford Key. And he agreed to sell it for $600 an acre.
That can't be right.
Dead right. That's about $600 an acre. And if New Providence was Marijuana, all of Montague Foreshore and Montague Beach would be gone. The beach at the Hilton Hotel downtown would be gone. Western Esplanade would be gone. Arawak Key Beach would be gone. Sanders Beach would be gone. Goodman's Bay Beach would be gone. All the beaches at Cable Beach would be gone. Every beach from Cable Beach to Love Beach would be gone. Love Beach and every other beach to Old Fort to Lyford Key would all be gone.
Are you serious?
Dead serious. Papa and the FNM got back 6,000 acres of that land from those foreigners for you, the Bahamian people.
That's my papa.
Now, Abaco needs a good team to deliver for you. We have a good man in Edison Key. Send him back to the House of Assembly. He's a product of Abaco, a self-made man, an excellent role model of what someone can make of their life when they love doing things for other people. He loves the earth, he loves farming. It made him a very successful farmer and a very prosperous man. He has many lessons to teach us, and he's been doing just that during the past 5 years at the national level. I understand that some of you here in Abaco are concerned that his work at the national level has kept him out of this constituency more than you want him to be. I want you to know that Edison is pursuing your interests and your needs every day, regardless of where he may be on any given day. In Andros, in Exuma, or Long Island. You can't be what you want to be as a big part of the Bahamas if you have an MP who all you want to be is hanging around here with you. You'll have no influence. You'll just have somebody to say yes when we ask them to vote in the House. Yes or no? Yes. He's been the best chairman of BAIC since BAIC was set up. He and Larry Cartwright have launched a revolution in agricultural production, the production and marketing of Bahamian crops. I need Edison. The FNM needs Edison. I need him on the national level. I need South and Central Abaco to vote for Edison Key.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
It is important for Abaco to be represented by competent and effective MPs, And even more important, if your MPs have influence in government, where it counts, where national policies are developed and formalized and implemented. Make no mistake about it, God willing, the FNM will be the government after the next election. Let no one fool you. The PLP have done polls in the Bahamas, and so have we. They know where they stand, and we know where they stand. They are behind us, we are ahead, we are winning.
Who you voted for?
Now, I know Abaco wants to have an FNM government in charge. Certainly you don't want those others in charge. They don't mean you no good. I therefore call upon you to support the FNM, support me, support the torch, vote for Edison Key, and vote FNM. If anyone's still wondering who to vote for, or which party puts Bahamian first in truth rather than fiction, go talk to the people who live in Pirates Well, Marijuana. The PLP sold all their land right up to the boundary of Pirates Well settlement. Them good people had no room to expand their settlement. If they sell them people out in Marijuana, they'll sell you out too, because you know they really never met Abaco no bloody good. You know where Edison's heart is? You know where my heart is? It's right here in Abaco. We both share a love for our country. So even when our duties take us across this land, home is where the heart is. At independence time, both Edison and myself belonged to that other party, you know. They did some good things in their initial years in government, such as putting in place various important national institutions. Yet at some point, they lost their way. They went off course. They put the promise of our country at risk. The PLP that fought to empower and enfranchise and to address the entitlement of only a few became the party of entitlement and the party of victimization. Before 1992, the Bahamas became a nation for sale, with the promise of our Bahamas squandered by the neglect and the abuse of our democracy. The encouragement of lawlessness and the toleration of a drug culture laid the basis of the violent crime which even today haunts our country. In 92, the FNM fundamentally changed the direction of the Bahamas. We ushered in a new day of clean, accountable, and transparent government. Our government of the sunshine was productive, forward-looking, and progressive. We revived a faltering economy and gave the nation renewed hope. Progress was stalled between 2000 and 2007 by the weakest, most unproductive, and incompetent government in independent Bahamas. After a single disastrous term, you rejected them and their scandal-ridden administration. Perry Christie can't walk in Lyndon Pinland's old shoes. We've been working non-stop to restore your trust. We are fighting on two fronts. We had to confront the Great Recession, the worst economic crisis since independence, and we were relentless in aggressively combating the long-simmering problems of crime and violence. We are making some progress in terms of economic recovery and national security. Yet there's much work to be done. Just as we delivered the greatest overhaul of our criminal justice system and our national infrastructure and social security system in decades, we will deliver more during our next term. FNMs. FNMs. Despite the challenges of the day, the country is headed in the right direction. But we must continue to move, in the words of the national anthem, steady sunward. In our next term, we will build on what we have already achieved through our earlier plans and programs. We will create Jubilee Bahamas, a 10-year national plan leading to our 50th anniversary of independence. We will continue to build an opportunity and a shareholding society. This will include Back to the Island campaign, the largest migration of Bahamians back to the family islands in our history. Nassau is getting overcrowded. Opportunities must be created outside of Nassau. Abaco, Exuma, and San Salvador are already experiencing migration, people moving in. A key part of Jubilee Bahamas will be the enhancement of Bahamian ownership of the economy through recovery and growth agenda, focusing on job and wealth creation, small business, and encouraging entrepreneurs through innovative grants and incentives. Our National Security Strategic Plan will guide our fight against crime, drug and gun trafficking, illegal migration and poaching, We will introduce the most comprehensive social intervention initiatives ever in the modern Bahamas. We will build on our social agenda in the fields of healthcare, education, housing and social security. We will introduce a national catastrophic health insurance and continue to build the best healthcare facilities in this region. We will expand home ownership by making available service lots and in some cases government-initiated housing for people. We will improve the quality of public education, including the quality of student achievement. Believe you me, we deliver these and other pledges, and we'll do so in a manner that is prudent with the nation's finances and through clean, honest and accountable government.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
Abaco, last week, Perry Christie was talking out of both sides of his mouth. After we announced our intention to consult widely with the Bahamian people on our upcoming long-range national plan, Perry said this was somehow disrespectful of the Bahamian people. How is talking with you about your needs and your future a sign of disrespect? I would say that what we are doing is an example of the utmost respect. Remember when Perry and those used to say we didn't consult you, which of course was never true. But when we do consult you, he still criticizes. As I told you before, when I say color red is red, Perry will tell you, no, that can't be true. He'll say it's blue, may even be mellow yellow. But in any event, don't worry about it. Ain't long now, they'll be gone.
That's my papa.
Abaco, in the end, every plan requires leadership. When it comes to Papa and Perry Christie, you know who's going to deliver for you. Dreams don't come true by vision on a star. They come true when you have a fixed star, well vision, and when you work hard. Dreams are not to be left somewhere over the PLP rainbow. Similar to that saying, dreams are 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. You have to work hard for things in life. Only in PLP fantasy land do things magically appear. To all them PLPs who tired of Perry and his big talk and no action, come with me this time. You know that we are better for the country. You've seen what we've done. You know what we're doing. Give us a chance. We deliver for every Bahamian, no matter who they voted for. We are simply better for the Bahamas.
You're simply the best. Better than all the rest.
In your heart of hearts, you know that Hubert Ingraham will always deliver more than Perry Christie. And so here in Central and South Abaco, I ask you to vote for Edison Key. Young Thompson, Roscoe Thompson, come back home, where your heart is. Stop fooling yourself. You are FNM.
Color red, on the move.
And I want FNM supporters in Central and South Abaco to understand that. A vote for Roscoe Thompson is a vote for the PLP because they cannot win. If you are FNM, you vote for Edison Key. That's my man.
Color red, on the move.
And so Abaco, the bell goes on ring. This could be the real bell, not that toy bell that Brave Davis got. Make ready. When election day come, vote for me, vote for Edison, vote FNM. We have the better record, we have the better team, we have the better vision, we have the better programs, we have the better policies, and we have the better leadership. FNMs, thank you and good night.
You're